The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a zero becomes a one, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the W Black the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear in association with ACD Fibernet, Zotac Gaming, and Games the Shop. I am your host Blackjack. Joining me, of course, is my co-host Sam and Foxy, as we are here for the first game of Day 3 of Division 1 in Season 3. It should be a very exciting day indeed. And of course, the stream's a little late, but that is a story for a little later, as we are already in the ban phase. Of course, Capital, Thatcher, and Mira are your bans on the map of Cafe Dostoevsky, and I am very happy to say that it is not Clubhouse for one more match. Foxy, how do you feel on this fine evening?
No, I feel amazing, Blackjack. Thank you for asking. So, we've got ourselves Union Gaming facing off against Never Diamonds on the map of Cafe. The last time we saw Never Diamonds play on Cafe was not exactly in their favor. We saw them play against Level 0 Esports, and it was a lot of monkeying business for both of these teams. In fact, that match went to rounds of 7-5 in the favor of Level 0. So, Never Diamonds, they haven't really been having themselves a good season, at least not in Season 3. Capital, Thatcher, Mira, and Deco will be the ones to taken off in the ban wave, in fact. And round 1 will be underway. Let's take a look at both these amazing rosters. Shulker, Cobra, Mojo, Sam, and Mike on the side of Never Diamonds, while we have Sparko, EX7, Poseidon, Beat, and Jittery on the side of Union Gaming. For those of you who's joining us right now, Union Gaming is only obviously the former roster of Quantum G1, as you might know them. But that out of the way, we'll be seeing them go to Bar and Cocktail Launch first. That is usually a site that we see most of the defenders go to when it comes to Cafe, and maybe you can happen to be one of those teams. You know, you can just try to select a kitchen and dining area as well, but it's not something that we'll be seeing them do, at least not for now. We'll be seeing the Kaid come out from the side of Beat, and that means the denial on these walls that he's been forcing them himself, in fact, is going to be something that he'll be using. The Electro Claw will be into play. And meanwhile, the early setup is coming in from Poseidon as well, the Maestro. He's bringing out the Evil Eyes. We know for a fact on how influential Evil Eyes can be. And I'm sure yesterday's match where Beaver pulled out a 1 versus 3 clutch it just provides all the while more evidence to the fact that I just happened to mention. So Poseidon looks like he's having a hard time finding that little angle. Oh, there we go. He's found it. And a really good placement for the Evil Eye comes in from the man. It's something that you can write it down and utilize that for yourself as you play some matches. It's a new season. Everybody wants to grind for some ranked matches. And speaking of which, Blackjack, would you like to play some ranked matches after you're done here?
Well, I do have 2 placement matches left. I was playing ranked sets with a friend of mine, just the 2 of us, sadly. But we didn't do too badly for ourselves. You know, went even Stevens, if you will. So, not bad. 2 placement games left. That man, my friend, of course, has just 1 left. He played the 1 in between. And yeah, I think I might be down. It really depends on how I'm feeling after these games are done. Because if these games are as spectacular as we think they are, we'll have to see. We've got a drone already thrown in from EX7 in towards EX7's line of sight here in Cocktail Lounge. Looks like it is a rush. Maybe potentially on the Cocktail Lounge window. They do have the Ying and Sparko with the very ballsy Goyo Shield setup right there on to the White Stairs landing. But we've got Cobra slowly sneaking up here. He might be able to find maybe someone on top of White Stairs. He's got 2 shields, a bunch of barbed wire to deal with as well. But he's got support as well from the Repeller on the mid White Stairs window. Sees the Goyo Shield, not going to pop it just yet. He's going to use that for cover instead. Pushes up towards the bathroom. And there's a rotation here that he can use for himself. Flashbangs coming in from his teammates in the meanwhile. As does he hear the defender behind him? No, he doesn't. Takes a bit of shock damage. But he will find Jittery, who poked his head up at the wrong time. But the Goyo is here to refrag quickly. Sparko takes Cobra out. But the plant is already coming down from Mike. And the plant will go off. Sam gets taken out in the meanwhile. And so does Mike. EX1 and Sparko pulling off a couple of kills. But the plant is down. Of course, the counter defuse has to come out. And Sparko is setting up a shield. We've got the drop from Mojo, who gets taken down. And the Maestro, who took the kill, gets down by Shulker. Sparko gets taken down as well. As it's coming down to EX7. The beat, kill on the beat is confirmed as well. EX7 going for the counter defuse right now. The Shulker has to do something about this, but will he be able to? There's no angle, I don't think, here. And he's not going to get it. And the counter defuse from the Valkyrie is going to come off instead. EX7 holding that down despite all odds, all of his teammates collapsing around him. But a quick first round all the way comes down to the last two operators in the end, and it still went in the favor of the defending team. Union Gaming take round one.
I really don't know what just went down in that round. It was so much chaos and so much. I don't know. It was not just something that I was expecting from either of these teams to pull off. First off, how was the Hibana allowed to walk up white stairs like that? Secondly, when did they get the plan down? Excuse me. Thirdly, in fact, my very important point is the fact that how did that retake even happen? There were so many people rappelled. Even the Walton from Skylight came in. That was not supposed to happen, but it did. And despite all that chaos, EX7 managed to get that diffuser, counter diffuser, and that did secure and seal the deal for the side of Union Gaming, at least on the first round. It stands to see if we'll see Never Diamonds pick that pace up as we proceed later on ahead. They did get the plan down, mind you, and that is a very early plan down indeed. That is definitely going down in my stats book, as we'll be having a very interesting note to all our viewers out there. By the end of seasons, we will also be having the top support players from each division coming in. You know, the ones who do all the breaching and all the planting. You get the recognition you need. I mean, you deserve it, guys. As a very close friend of mine says, who happens to be a support player for my team, used to be a support player for my team, that support lives matter. So yeah, giving that recognition that support players will need, and those statistics will be coming towards the end of this season. We'll be keeping you updated on that, and to stay updated yourselves, in fact, make sure you're following the Esports Club on social media, that is on Facebook and on Instagram, and be very updated, in fact, with the ongoings of this tournament. That out of the way, let's take a look at what's going on inside the match. A Valkyrie camp does get spotted by Shulker, will get taken away. EX7 is the one playing on that, but Jitvi meanwhile is the one to take the fall. Very early, he goes down. The Jaeger, something that he is not expecting. I believe Jitvi has not really been having a great time. I don't really mean to say in this match. In general, Season 3 has not been generous to him, and maybe it just happens to be that differential of the teammates taking up those roles. I know for a fact that EX7 happens to be an amazing fragger. But what I do not want to count out, oh boy, that shot from Shulker definitely connected to the head of the Valkyrie. Something that he should have anticipated, but that's not even enough time wasted on the top floor. Pete is the only one surviving on the top. He's going to spot the Ash. The smoke comes up, and the drop is secured for the man. He's going to fall down at least for the moment, but the real question, will they be able to make that conversion happen? Sparko does get noticed by the Nomad. He's going to fall back, but Beat is here on his way to flank this area back. He's going to get noticed by the Ash as well and gets taken out right away. Sam will pick up that kill, and a very good one indeed. Sparko has to be very, very careful in terms of how he surgically removes this Nomad charge. It's only a matter of like a millimeter. Oh, there we go. He gets it. This could be a flank that they need. Unless he does get spotted out. I don't think that's the case, at least as of now. Poseidon, meanwhile, is doing a great job putting down on the side. But look at this. Sparko comes up with an amazing peek, but the side hold is not working. Poseidon is going to go down. It's all under Sparko for an ace clutch to work this out. He does notice the Hollandvi drop, but he does not notice that somebody already pushed up on the hallway. That's your Hibana Cobra. Finishes it up for Never Diamonds as we proceed to round 3. In nobody's favor, the equalizer is coming from ND, mind you.
All right. Equalizer from Never Diamonds on the early game right here. This is what you come to expect when you're at the top tier of division plays in the region, Division 1, and all the matches pretty much always come close. You know, you rarely ever have a 7-2, 7-3. It's always either a 7-4 or upwards all the way to maximum overtime. So it'll be interesting to see how both of these teams execute their rounds farther from here. We'll be heading back to second floor reading from the side of Union Gaming. Once again, former Quantum G1. I say that mostly to remind myself that they are now Union Gaming. I'm a little more used to the whole roster changes and everything that has been happening between seasons 2 and 3. But again, you know, there's a little bit of time to adjust still there, I guess. Anyway, enough talk about what we considered open season last week, if for all our viewers from last week, of course, as We're going to be moving to round 3 nice and quickly. 1-1 is the score line. And of course, we're in the prep phase for round 3. Union Gaming, they had a good idea when it came to the defense. Of course, top-heavy defense for his reading room is something that's pretty much considered essential when it comes to actually holding the site down. With lines of sight over on the second floor itself and reinforcements somewhat focused on top floor. There are still important walls here, don't get me wrong, like that double wall facing Pillars room inside of library. That is an important wall to reinforce as well. But for the most part, we're going to have a fair bit of utility being used on the second floor. Goyo shields, Valkyrie cameras, Legion mines, smoke canisters, and ADSs. A lot of these things get used on the second floor as well. Although Beat could probably save a few smoke canisters by if everything works out properly and he doesn't have to use them to secure his escape like he had to do in the last round. He's going to make sure that some vertical lines of sight are going to be established for himself in the meanwhile, and his team, of course, as a holding from top is pretty necessary. But not necessary, like absolutely necessary, but it can be used to great effect. We've got Sparko playing on the red stairs area, actually. The Heaven Hatch by red stairs. He's going to make his way towards the piano. No, I think a drone spotted him out in the meanwhile. The guys are sort of sitting. He's got a C4, I think that is, towards the hatch. But no, he's going to get caught out by Sam, who was repelling the piano window, along with Shulker, who was repelling the whiskey window of piano. And unfortunately, the Goyo is down. And a very early kill for the side of Union Gaming, of course. Not a good one either. Sparko hasn't been... Sparko has shown to be an absolutely amazing player as a Goyo shield gets popped, and that will do some damage to Sam, but not a whole lot. And he's, of course, the Ash. He can get away with a lot of gunfights as a canister comes out from smoke once again. Beat is busy trying to take a fight on a longer angle than he probably might be able to fight. Maybe biting off a bit more than he can chew. Meanwhile, a drone is going to make Jittery's life quite uncomfortable, and Poseidon's going to find Cobra in the meanwhile. That is the Legion equalizing things out, but there's somebody on top of red stairs, and there was a repeller on the mid-stairs window of white. But Jittery manages to slither away for the time being. That is, of course, going to give most of top floor control over to the side of Never Damage as C4 comes out, but not going to do not a whole lot of damage to Shulker in the meanwhile. And that was the X7 C4, I believe, which is the only C4 that they had for themselves. Outside of Goyo's, if Goyo had any, but I don't think Sparko was packing any C4s. Meanwhile, 4 versus 4, but now we're at the 60-second mark. And now Never Diamonds have to make it quick. They have to secure every line of sight that they possibly can, watch as many as they can, watch as many lines of sight as they can, that is, and go for the drop. There's a laundry house drop probably being prepared by Sam right here, but I think it's being watched, so he's just going to throw a flashbang and move out for the time being. Mike takes a little bit damage from one of Zophia's lifelines as a black eye camera gets spotted by Mojo. He's going to take that out. But again, we're less than 35 seconds on the clock. And now Never Diamonds have to make this push happen. It is now or never. And suddenly the advantage is swinging over to the side of Union Gaming slowly but surely. Sam and Shulker have dropped in. Shulker's got a Guma in his shin. He's got to go for the plant now. And Beat is going to get taken out by Mike. The plant is coming out from Shulker. Sam's found one. That's Poseidon down. And it's a 4v2 right now. Will it be a 4v1? No, it will be a 3v2. Well, okay, shots are being fired. The plant has gone off, and that is Zofia off, down, mind you, but not off the board. The Jaeger gets down instead. That's Jittery right there, and the X7 will not win that fight against the attacker. That is Mojo on the Maverick, taking those last 2 kills really quickly. And unfortunately for the side of Union Gaming, they had the brightest, they had a great idea with the hold. They had a great idea, they had a great execution. They wasted a lot of time for the side of Never Diamonds, made them anxious for the push. But unfortunately, when it came down to actually stopping the plant and retaking site for that matter for the counter defuse, they were found wanting in a few too many areas. 2-1 will be the scoreline. Never Diamonds win round 3.
Oh, that was well played by Never Diamonds. Even if they did not have themselves the advantage secured towards the end of that round, they managed to make the best out of it. And that is what we love to see in the Tier 1 plays, and that is why we're all here witnessing this action. We'll be proceeding in round 4 now. Still in the favor of Never Diamonds, mind you. They've managed to take away the advantage away from Union Gaming, but it only stands to see if Union Gaming will be coming back on this or not. Will they be able to secure themselves the disadvantage that they stand at? In fact, more importantly, losing defensive rounds on Cafe is not something that you want happening to yourselves. That's a little difficult. You've got to make sure that everything goes right for you on defense, because that is where your maximum focus is supposed to be on. We'll be seeing Maestro make some rotation holds. In fact, Poseidon, that is brought in the Maestro this time around as well, as the site once again is going to be the bar and cocktail area. EX7 will be running the Valkyrie. It looks like EX7 just loves to run the Valkyrie. In fact, that does not come to me as a surprise, very honestly. What's really interesting, the Sparko. I've seen him play Goyo quite a lot in the recent days. He's been good with it. He likes to run the Vector. He's got 2 more Goyo shields to help him with. That's so much utility that a man with his talents can use it on. But so far, it's not something that has enabled his team to get victories on, at least not in terms of the round count. They stand at a deficit, no matter how good a solo player is playing. It's been those early frags that Never Diamonds is able to walk away with. The last round, it was Sparko. The one before that, it was Jittery. And that is something that is indeed biting Union Gaming in the back. I'll be seeing Mike make his way to the whiskey window. He's just going to fall back and go back onto the hatches, in fact. And it looks like Mojo is trying to find a Valkyrie. Meanwhile, Sparko, like I said, not giving away the advantage this time around, but taking it away indeed. Cobra is going to take the fall from the Vector. I believe that was on the bottom of White Stairs. Yes, that is. Look at that. The body of the Hibana, in fact. Alright, Cobra was trying to do something that he tried to pull off before as well, but it looks like Shulker, I think he's trying to go for an early push, but Sparko is already watching this with a peak angle, in fact, with a bullet hole that he's got for himself. And any moment now, the Zofia is going to walk into that line of sight. Oh, he does. But there's 2 different angles that he's got to be wary of. There's one from above. Oh, he's going to get that frag. What kill from Zofia. Shulker, that trace though, really well played from the Zofia here. Almost losing his life, in fact, with the refrag trying to come up from the side of Union Gaming. But at least that is shaking the side of the defenders quite a lot and away from the side that they're trying to make the push happen. ND, they're still trying to go inside this rappel game that they're trying to present us with. The East rappel is still on. Everybody's still on the rappel, and Sam is going to find another frag. Jittery wouldn't really see the need to peek that. Beat going a little closer, but Shulker is the one who's still watching that angle. That means Beat will get caught out if he manages to make it way out. Oh, he does, but he's gonna catch the Zofia in a really bad spot, and the refrag is on place as well. Mike is gonna get the frag onto Sparko. It's a 3 versus 2, not in the favor of Union Gaming. Meanwhile, the plant is going down. The Maestro comes up with a peek, but Mike will be the one to convert that into a frag. It's all on to Beat. He tries to get the sledge, and he will do so. That's the planter off the board. But there are still 2 attackers that he's got to find, and both of them will be on full HP, and so will be Beat. One ping comes out, in fact. He's going to find the Maverick sometime now. No, he's going to notice the Nomad in that process. Some pre-fires are coming in, and finally he converts onto Mojo. Beat on the triple kill. He might as well get the squad kill, and more importantly, the clutch that his team so badly needs for the equalizer. He's going to go for this white peak, or maybe he's just going to go a little closer, and Mike looks away at the wrong time, and Beat comes up with an amazing clutch. The quad kill, 4K clutch from the Kaid. Who tells me Beat is a support player? The man has got it all. The frags, the counter defuse, and that puts Union Gaming on a 2-2 as we proceed to round 5.
Oh, what a play indeed from Beat. The man came to clutch for his team, and clutch he did. I believe that was a 1v3 right there for the Kaid post plant as well, saving time and getting the peaks in as quickly as he could, even with 2 seconds left, in fact, on the counter defuse cycle. The defuse cycle when he got the counter defuse off. This is lots of terms there that I get confused with. But anyway, well played to Beat, well played to Union Gaming, and they will, of course, get the equalizer on round 4, which means going into round 5, we will be heading to a 2-2 situation onto a reading room. Curiously enough, it is Cafe Dostoevsky as Poseidon goes for the 6 pick out of the Legion. It is Cafe Dostoevsky, and we have not seen Kitchen once from the side of Union Gaming. Castle will be the 6 picked operator from Poseidon. Took his time to verify the fact that they do in fact want a Castle, and they're going to be bringing in that operator. Of course, we know Castle at this level of play is extremely useful for that matter, especially in the current meta of Rainbow Six Siege. His gun leaves a little bit to be desired. Of course, we all know the UMP's current standing, statistically speaking, in Rainbow Six. But then again, I believe a certain player would have quite a bit to say about that. Coming back to the round at hand, of course, it's going to be interesting to see how Poseidon deploys the Castle Breakers. Looks like one's going to be going into the Fireplace Hall window, and that is, of course, the one overlooking the spawn over at, I believe that's Park Alley. Meanwhile, let's have a quick look at the scoreboard. Sam is he's doing quite the job right now. 5 kills to him, and of course 4 and 4 shared between Shulker and Mike. As for the side of Union Gaming, we have 4 and 4 shared between Beat and Sparko, 2-2 between EX7 and Poseidon. Jittery with mostly support from the looks of things, and of course, as Foxy mentioned, he hasn't been having a great Season 3, so to speak. Hopefully, he can come back from this little rut that he's found himself in very soon, because we know Jittery can do some very, very fantastic plays indeed. Sparko setting up a run outside of the train museum as vertical line side being established by the Super Shorty that Castle stole from Mozzie. I jest, of course, that was a balancing change. But we all know the stories. As Sparko with a double C4. That is going to take down Cobra and Mojo, both the hard breachers for that matter. What a play from the man. Was that was on the Heaven Hatch as well. Are you kidding me, Sparko? What a C4 and what a play. Double hard breach down. That is going to put a massive dent on the attack of Never Diamonds right now. And Mojo says boom in the chat. I think he's just as amused as absolutely what a C4 from the man, as we've got EX7, a little bit of confusion as to where that came out of, but he's gonna have a counter explosion towards where Sam is sitting on that little balcony area outside of the mid-white stairs window. We got a rappel in towards Piano from Mike right now. He's the man with the diffuser. He's got to be careful. Flashbang's being thrown in, but he's gonna flash himself instead. He's gotta be careful. Of course, he's only throwing these to make sure that anybody peeking the white stairs door doesn't get too many ideas, as the Ash is gonna join him on the white corridor window. And no, the Goy Shield gets popped, and Mike is gonna take a lot of damage. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. And once again, Union Gaming coming out with a set of plays that is putting Never Diamonds to the test. And unfortunately, Never Diamonds so far have not come out with flying colors for the matter. As Mike is going to make his way towards red stairs, low on HP, he's got to be careful. He has dropped the diffuser. It is being given to Shulker right now, who has dropped it as well. Diffuser hot potato from the side of Never Diamonds, as they need to reconsolidate and make this push happen, but it is a 5v3. 2 players down on their end, leaving them in a bit of a spot, admittedly speaking. And of course, having Mike on low HP, which means he'll be pretty careful with how he picks his gunfights. It's not going to help either. Speaking of Mike, I can hear his gun going off in the distance, but he's not going to find anybody just yet. The only one to have taken any damage so far is EX7 on the Valkyrie, and that was, of course, a C4. No, that was, I think, one of the Ash charges on a castle barricade. Speaking of EX7, he is sitting here inside of the white stairs, as there was a chance for a laundry hatch drop, but we've got Beat with the smoke canisters denying that as well. Jittery's gonna find one. That's Mike off the board, and now as this castle barricade is gonna be broken, no, it's not gonna be Jittery with the double kill. He's gonna find 2, but no, he's not gonna find a third. That is the Jaeger being taken out, but with less than 5 seconds remaining, there's not much Shulker can do in this situation. Smoke canister stopping his push, and there's defenders converging on his position. He'll find one more, but the time will tick away, and Shulker, even though he found 2 kills for himself, it's nowhere near enough. Too little, too late. And that is, of course, going to give Union Gaming round 5, putting them in the lead for the first time in this match on round 6. 3-2 is the scoreline. And so far, we've seen pretty much everything. We've seen Never Diamonds go on the lead. We've seen equalizers, and now Union Gaming on the lead as well.
Well, finally, Union Gaming taking the advantage that they should have taken a little earlier. I'll be very honest here. 3-2, walking into before the halftime, that is on round 6. Definitely, Union Gaming are looking to make that a 4-2, but it only stands to see on how they'll be playing that out eventually as we proceed on to round 6. That is before the role swap coming in, excuse me. Let's see how that turns out.
Need to locate and defuse bombs.
We'll be seeing them go in the kitchen finally. I haven't seen this site in a really long time. For the entirety of 5 rounds, this site has not come out yet. And finally, it's going to be into play. Personally, my favorite when it comes to cafe. So, let's see how that works out. Sparko brings out the castle this time around, and not Poseidon. Poseidon will be playing the dock instead. And a very good maneuver indeed. And I'll have to explain the strategy a little later, you know, sometime later. It takes a lot of explanation in terms of how they intend to use the dock instead. You know, some might think that it's just essentially something that they're trying to bring out for heavy frag, but no. The denial here is actually from the dock. I'll explain that later as we go ahead into the match. But hopefully we get to see it. Hopefully Poseidon makes it. So, I mean, by makes it, I mean makes it towards the end of the round. It's just that so many things that transpire in a round. It's just sometimes I just cannot have. I just cannot keep guessing. You know, that is something we cannot do. And look at the strategy for the top pull. It's something similar to what we saw come out from the other day. I think that was the match against Seba Esports, I believe. I just cannot remember. I think it was one of those teams. But we will be seeing Mojo make his way up. He's got the hatches open, and this time around, no C4s to worry about, in fact. And the top floor control is going to be paramount. In fact, that is something that we'll be seeing the side of Never Diamonds imply their maximum utility on. There's so much work being done on the top floor that EX7 and Sparko will be playing here, but EX7 will be the first one to pick up a frag. I'm not sure where he got that from, but Shelker is going to go down. And that's your Zofia off the board already, very early into the round. Sam, I think he's trying to find EX7 where he's playing, but EX7 will be very elusive, at least as of now. He's playing on 90. He's got the cover of the hard walls that he's got on his right side. That is the library, or the open to library. Or at least as of now, he's just not doing much. He's just waiting for some information to trade off. But Jittery, meanwhile, is going to find another frag onto Mojo. Sam making his way to this hallway. I don't think he's gotten hurt out. Oh, yes, he has. EX7 takes a few shots, but he's going to answer back with the MPX, winning with a G36C. Thermite goes down to EX7 as well, and that's a triple kill for the man. The Valkyrie, though, has essentially won them the round already. Mike is all on to the man. Oh, no, 1 versus 4. He's going to find a frag. That's Sparko. He's still got to find 3 more. As Castle Barrack is stopping him, and the AD is taken off, and another Valkyrie camp taken off as well, and an Electroclaw, in fact. Alright, that's a lot of utility being invested on the top floor, but more importantly, that has turned out in the favor of Union Gaming. It looks like they want to secure themselves advantage as they walk inside round 7 with a 4-2. We'll see how long that can be kept alive, though. That's still a dream. EX7 cannot be healed back because Poseidon is going to be on site, and EX7 will be all the while more elusive. Some flashbangs are coming in, and the proximity mines are there we go. EX7 with a quad kill this round, though. Amazing play from the Valkyrie and a quick headshot. Look at that. He's just going to peek that with the proximity alarm. There we go. A quick, I wouldn't really say one tap, but a nice spray. A very controlled spray indeed. The trigger discipline for the man is what is going to award Union Gaming that round 4-2 as we proceed to round 7. And mind you, this is indeed Union Gaming putting up the equalizer and then taking this away in the deficit for the side of Never Diamonds. Blackjack, with the side swap coming in, how do you think round 7 is going to turn out?
Well, with the way Union Gaming have been playing Foxy, I would probably think they might take more leads going forward. But then again, Cafe is one of those maps that can swing very heavily between attacker and defender side, depending on what kind of plays are coming out from both teams. So it will depend on the way Never Diamonds plays, whether or not Union Gaming are able to get that, to extend their lead further, for that matter, as Mike is going to take some time loading. He, of course, 6-picked out of the Kaid into the Valkyrie, and the Sledge was brought in from the side of Union Gaming out of, I believe that was the Ash. So, you know, just some 6-pick things here and there. Always a good thing to use. You know, it allows you to have an element of surprise for one particular operator. Although I think when it comes to Division 1, or any division for that matter, whichever game includes pick and pick ban and 6-pick, it's yeah, I think it's almost a given that some teams would like to give up Ash for a soft breacher, someone with more utility. And then again, it's not that Ash doesn't have utility. She has a ridiculous amount of utility with soft breach and flashbangs, and I believe she also has breach charges as her secondary gadget. But this sledge is going to be brought in this time from the side of 7. As Sam with the Goyo this time around, he's going to be putting down Goyo shields in piano, one towards the red stairs door. And I think that's a setup we've seen before with the castle barricade blocking off piano from the red stairs peak, the red stairs door peak, that is, from the hatch drop, and also from New Heaven hatch. As, yep, there we go. He's just going to make his way there nice and quickly. And the Poseidon's going to make his way towards, he's just going to put down a air jab in the meanwhile. Of course, Union Gaming, we've seen this before from them. They're going to wait, get their intel, maybe try and get a couple of early frags. We do hear gunshots being fired all over the map, but one of them is, of course, Mojo making rotations with the Super Shorty in outside of Cold Room, out of Cold Room into White Corridor, and, of course, the doorway of Cocktail Lounge. Cobra, in the meanwhile, I don't know where he's shooting. He might just be trying to set up an angle for himself. Looks like that is the case. He's just making sure that both those areas were runnable. We've got a Super coming out. Will it connect? No, it will not. Sam, unfortunately, does almost no damage. Actually, he does not do any damage to the repeller on the piano window. And unfortunately, as the Valcam will see, that attacker is very much alive right now. The push on towards piano will be happening any second now, as Hibana's going to be doing a hard breach. I believe that could be the piano wall. That is, in fact, the wall of piano, all the way that is visible from Red Stairs hatch. Again, lots of hatch plays coming out, but it is Cafe the Stairs as a prone peak comes out from the Jaeger. He'll find one, Sam finds another. Sparko and EX7, those are two huge kills for the side of Never Diamonds to have taken, and Union Gaming with a massive dent in their attack right now have to try and make something happen in this 5 versus 3. They've still got Poseidon, Beat, and Jittery, all three of whom are very dangerous players indeed. The castle was spotted dropping down the cigar shop hatch, and in the meanwhile, we've got Beat already making his way in towards Cigar Lounge. He's got to deal with Shulker right now. The Jaeger, who's sitting in dark spot with the Goya shield in his favor. I believe another Goya shield, the other one that was towards the Red Stairs door, has been popped because the castle barricade is no longer visible on the door, which means the Zofia has come in and used her soft breach to get rid of that particular piece of utility for the defenders. We got Cobra pushing up and trying to make a bullet hole angle through one of the desks inside the site, but unfortunately I don't think that's the proper angle he wanted, as a proximity alarm has given away the location of Beat, but again, not being utilized on just yet for the side of Never Diamonds. Hibana going for a hard breaching towards the barback store area, but it's only one set of X-Kairos, and that's all she has left. Air jabs coming out from Poseidon as Mike is going to find him. That makes it a 5v2. And Beat's going to find Shulker in a refrag. But no, the Zofia coming in for the push gets taken out by Cobra. It's all down to Beat right here. He's trying to find the long angle. A proxy sensor is going to give away his location. And there's the Goyo to take the kill off of that intel. Sam will be the one to finish things off by taking off Beat from the board. And that is, of course, going to give Never Diamonds one more round in their favor. Slowly but surely taking back the rounds. They take round 7, and the score is still 4-3 in favor of Union Gaming.
No, it's still in the favor of Union Gaming, though. But here's something. Here's something that can definitely happen. I mean, it is a possibility that I'm sure Never Diamonds fans must be considering, is the fact that the comeback from them is bound to happen. They've happened to move onto the side of defense, and it is something that, you know, I've talked about this. Cafe happens to be a map where it favors the defense. More than that, with the Thatcher and the Capita being banned, that's all the while more, all the while more advantage that you can just take up. With Kitchen and Service coming up as the next side that we'll be seeing the defenders use, we did see the side in Union Gaming go to Kitchen and Service only once, and oh boy, Sam, he's got telekinetic powers, but no, the gun will be back, and it'll be doing the shooting and not his hands. In fact, I'll be seeing Mike come out with a reinforcement on the side of Freezer. That's your mute, in fact, and a perfect utilization in terms of how they are bringing out the operator select. I really love it. They've got the Mozzie, they've got the mute. And they haven't got the castle, though. I mean, I know for a fact now, since year 1, everybody knows Mute and Castle has been that one underrated combo. But that is something we won't be seeing here. We did see that when Union Gaming was on the side of defense, but at least for now, we've got Sam running the Mozzie. That'll definitely deny a lot of intel for the side of the attack. And Union Gaming find themselves in a little bit of a tight spot. They have to give away 2 rounds that we can see Never Diamonds put on board while they were on defense, and that is something that Never Diamonds' top priority is right now, to not let Union Gaming take away the advantage while they happen to stay on defense. Round 8 will be underway, still in the favor of Union Gaming, just like my friend here, Blackjack, said. But the real question is, will we see them maintain this position, or will Never Diamonds make this comeback, and more than that, take this advantage that they've got for themselves on the defense of Cafe Dostoyevsky? Mike comes up with a few pre-fires. He's just going to fall back. And look at this. There's 3 people droning on the top of the roof. In fact, as Union Gaming just wants they want some information in terms of how they intend to make this push happen. EX7 and Sparko, though, they'll be the ones who will be doing a little bit of scout work, obviously not with the drones, but with their guns instead. Shulker and Sam this time around. Mojo, excuse me, just there we go. Mojo happens to be the one playing Mozzie in on a general scale with Shulker. It's actually nice watching that new duo come up. EX7 will be making that duo into a solo hold, in fact, as we will be seeing a defender go down, and that's Sam of the board. But the pre-fires from Shulker will not work out either, and Nomad is going to be quick to convert that into a frag. Nomad has got to be very Poseidon. Does he know there's somebody coming up? And yes, he does. What a headshot onto Mike as he happens to push that away from that peak like it's a scrape on his shoulder. A 5 vs 2 already established heavily in the favor of Quantum G1. Excuse me as I say that. Union Gaming. Cobra will be on site. He's got himself a C4 to work with, but Mojo, he's the one. I know he's not got the C4 in his back pocket, but what he still does have is the MPX in his hand. No, MP5K, excuse me, in his hand. A C4 gets blown up, but that is not going to claim anything. As, oh boy, what a headshot comes in from Cobra. He's going to connect that onto EX7. Really well played. As we've seen some magnets being deployed, the frisbees, in fact, coming into play from the Vamai. As the side becomes a living hell for the side of Cobra, he's just going to move around, move back and forth until he finds a safe haven. At least as of now, that is behind the bomb. A peek is coming in from the side of Mojo, but there's a Nomad charge that is stopping him from making that push happen. A drone does get spotted out. I believe that is the attacker's drone. Cobra is still watching this angle, watching for anybody coming from Hatstrop, but Mojo is so lit up. I think even a sneeze could end his life, and no, but the first life will go, and that is Valkyrie and Mojo off the board. In fact, Cobra and Mojo will not be able to survive that, as finisher comes from the side of the Hibana. Beat once again. I mean, I wouldn't really say the man's a support player the way he's been fragging today, but yeah, and on a general scale also, you happen to look at Beat, he's the top MVP for week 1 for the side of Union Gaming. He's got the maximum and the highest number of kills, and more than that, he's got a KD that happens to be above everybody on the side of Union Gaming. So let me just take a look at that and let you guys know what that statistic looks like. There we go. Beat has amassed himself 21 frags, and that is more than every single person in his team, mind you. Nobody has more frags than him, at least in week 1. And man has a kill death ratio of 1.4. That puts his deaths somewhere around 12, I believe. I'll have to look up to my papers, but I had a little bit of a reconstruction going on at my place. So yeah, the papers are not really in my hands right now. I can definitely tell you that. He's been amazing. I mean, for the operator he plays, it's good. He plays support. He's always the one to get the breaches done, the one who drones most, the one who, in fact, is the planter for the side of Union Gaming. Those type of roles usually don't get a whole lot of opportunity to frag out, but Beat has been doing that. That means it only proves all the while more worth that what he holds for his team. That being said, we'll be proceeding round 9 in the favor of Union Gaming and 1 round away from taking this to match point.
Oh yes, absolutely. Round 9 is in play, and Union Gaming are very close to sealing the deal right now when it comes to match point. And Never Diamonds, of course, they've got a bit of an uphill battle right now. 2 rounds, of course, not exactly the worst situation to be in, but should Union Gaming hit match point after this round, it will be a very, very tight spot for Never Diamonds to find themselves in, because, of course, when it's match point, the pressure is on. Union Gaming would need just 1 round for the victory, while Never Diamonds would have to somehow bring out 3 whole rounds for an equalizer. And, you know, it's a spot. It's a spot to be sure. In the meanwhile, excuse me. Speaking of spots, Shulker, I think we saw him on one of the tables in a bar on 3rd floor. And yep, he's looking up at the skylight, trying to contest the angle from one of the attackers. But looks like Union Gaming aren't even going to be going for this angle on skylight just yet. Of course, he's got Mozzie, that is Jaeger, has Mike for support up here. And Mozzie is all the way towards piano. From the looks of things, I might have a C4 ready. But there's a drone coming in through skylight, which might spot Shulker out any second. I think it already may have. As it was on, the drone has to be careful of the Jaeger playing here And there we go. The drone will see the fact that the Jaeger has been firing towards it. And oh, shots are fired from the cocktail lounge window. That's Sparko taking down Shulker off the back of the droning from his teammates from Skylight. Excellent teamwork right there from the side of Union Gaming to secure the kill onto one of the roamers. Now it's Mike's turn, and Mike, he is going to be facing the music anytime soon. Drones are finding him out on the white corridor right now as Mojo goes down to the gun of Jittery, and this is not a good situation for Never Diamonds to be in 5 versus 3 with a minute and 15 seconds less left on the round. It's not looking too great, but again, if they manage to waste enough time from the side of Union Gaming, they might be able to bring this back in their favor. But the pre-frags from Mike, they're only giving away his position. He's not finding anybody for the time being. Cobra's low on HP as well, and Sam in the meanwhile, he's just sitting around trying to make something happen for his team. Less than 55 seconds left in the round right now as Union Gaming are slowly but surely encroaching towards site to make this play happen. EX7 is going to find Sam through the fireplace. Jitter is going to find one with a pistol on the Cobra, and it's all down to Mike the Mozzie sitting below white stairs. He will see one. Will he get the kill? Yes, he will. That is EX7 gone. That's a big kill, but that's only one out of the remaining 4. Will he find another one on white stairs? No, he won't. Shots are being fired, and he's going to go for the chase, but the Zofa is going to see him from above the railings, and Jittery will be more than happy to take that kill as Union Gaming will continue their run of round after round. Round 9 goes to them, and Never Diamond's defense for these last 3 rounds, rounds 8 and 9, have been failing as we see the match point come up for Union Gaming right here. 6-3 is the scoreline. We're headed into round 10.
The match point is definitely a very comfortable place that Union Gaming will be playing off from now on. But here's my 2 cents on this fact that we did see Never Diamonds happen to get themselves a victory when they went to bar and cocktail lounges, and now that they're going on that again, this might as well be a comeback potential that we are getting to see from the side of Never Diamonds. And mind you, Never Diamonds is not a team you want to count out of. No, at least not from the competition. I mean, they've been amazing. These guys have been unbeatable in Division 2. In fact, that is what secured them a very dominating entry into Division 1 for this season. Definitely, Never Diamonds, they don't want to go back, and more importantly, they want to make sure that
Attackers need to
they stay alive. But it only stands to see if this time around they'll be happening to win this or not. Will we see Union Gaming make some changes to what they happen to learn from, or rather adapt from what Never Diamonds tried to do the last time around? But this time around as well, we're getting to see something similar. Mojo is coming out with the castle once again, and that castle strategy is still being employed by them. I wouldn't really blame them. You know, you don't want to shift around things a little too much that confuses your team. And more than that, it also happens to be a place that, you know, you're playing on your back foot. You want to make sure that you take your fight on the strongest front, the strongest foot ahead. But here's the thing. Union Gaming, if they happen to read into what Never Diamonds is trying to do, it is going to be all for nothing. And Never Diamonds, they have to get themselves 3 rounds on board, mind you. That's a long way. 3 rounds is huge, I've got to tell you that, especially when Union Gaming only have to get 1 round. They sit on match point, 1 round is all they need. Will we see Never Diamonds take that advantage away from them and make this amazing comeback that only seems to be a dream right now? But definitely, if I was a Never Diamonds fan, I mean, I would love to see them do that. Mojo is holding down on the side of the new hatch, that is. He's got himself a nice angle. I believe he's just waiting for somebody to open that up. I think he's expecting a sledge, maybe. We're seeing him still hold this angle. Alright, he's got the proximity mines as well, but alright, he's not going to be doing anything, at least as of now. EX7, he's walking up on him. At any moment now, he's going to be opening that hatch. Look at that. Mojo does hear that out, but that's a wrong angle that he's speaking, and the drone comes out. He's going to spot him. He's going to fall back and play in the comfortability of his Goyo shield, of his ADS, of his castle barricades that he's brought himself in his back pocket. Mojo has got to be all the while more vigilant in terms of where he's exposing his body from. You know, the breach on the red, I believe the whiskey door wall, is happening. Yes, it will be. Shulker will be holding very close on the skylight. Alright, that's a very ballsy position to play in, mind you. Sam has got himself the dark spot angle that is with the shield. So yeah, standard stuff from Never Diamonds. I mean, they're doing exactly what they happened to do in the last time around. But Mojo is the one who is happening to play in a really bad position, and more importantly, it's testing him. Mojo has got himself his life secure, at least for now. But it only stands to see on how long he'll be able to keep that advantage for himself. We're seeing the side of Union Gaming. Oh boy, Shulker will come up with a frag early. EX7 is going to go down from the same angle. That Sparko happened to pick up a kill in the last round. Poseidon, he's still outside. He's watching the flanks, and that is what a good Nomad player should be doing. Looks like some flashbangs are coming in. Sam will be the only one holding that angle, and Mike, though, comes up with a C4 out of nowhere. Spark will be here to chime in with a frag. Will that be enough? I'm not sure where Mike came in with that C4 even. I'm going to have to switch to him. I think that was from down below. But that is enough to do a lot of damage, mind you. The diffuse being down as well. It's all on to Poseidon and Sparko. We'll be seeing the Twitch and the Nomad make their way up. It's a 2 versus 4 that they have to work against. But make that a 1 versus 4 as Sparko is going to go down as well. Poseidon chimes in. He's going to get a frag. That's Sam off the board. Koyup is going to be the one that faces the heat from the Nomad. But there are 3 crosshairs that are observing this Nomad right now. Make that 2 and make that 0, because the Nomad is going to go down on one of those. And Mojo is the one to collect that frag. The castle, in fact. The mute goes down, but the refrag is right back. Oh boy, what a shot from Mojo. It's definitely an amazing shot. Look at that. Even Poseidon and Beat come up with a nice shot in the all shot. It's definitely a nice shot. I mean, it's just amazing to watch such plays. And I mean, I like it. You like it. It's just what this game happens to present itself with. That being said, we'll be seeing Never Diamonds take that round away. Like I said, they happened to win on Bar Cocktail before. They got the victory once again. 6-4 is the scoreline as we'll be proceeding to round 11. But still in the favor of Union Gaming.
Absolutely. Still in the favor of Union Gaming. All they need to do is win 1 round. But this is something I, excuse me, have said before. 1 round can actually mean quite a lot when it comes to Rainbow Six Siege. Look at round 12 situations when one team is on match point, the other team's on 5 rounds. 6-5 scorelines, basically. 1 round is all that matters in that situation, right? The team on match point, if they win, that's it. That's the match over. That's the victory. Everyone can go home. If the team on the deficit 5 rounds wins, then of course they equalize with the team on match point and push to overtime, keeping themselves alive and giving themselves another hope, another chance in that match. 1 round can mean the difference between the end of the match and a continuation. 1 round can mean the difference between equalizing and taking the lead. And overall, when it comes down to it, 1 round is all it takes. So Union Gaming right now, 1 round is what stands between them and finishing this matchup nice and quickly. Whereas for Never Diamonds, it's not 1 round, of course, it is 2 rounds right now. But if they are to win this round, this 1 round, round 11, if it goes to them, then of course it will become that particular situation that I just talked about. 6-5 on round 12, 1 round decides it all. And of course, there's a lot more situations where that 1 round motif, as I like to call it, can be applied, but we're not going to talk about those right now because that is a discussion for another day, as we're going to be moving back into this match. Round 11 is going to be a very heated round indeed. Sam is requesting a rotate on a laundry, and there we go. The impact comes out from Cobra to finish things up. And just some tidying up being done from the side of Never Diamonds on the defense on second floor leading. And once again, for the last 3 rounds, we actually have not been back to Kitchen ever since it was lost by Never Diamonds to Union Gaming back on round 8. It's quite funny when it comes to Cafe Dostoevsky. You expect Kitchen to be a side that every team is frequently going to, no matter if they lose it or win it or whenever. If it's available and it's not Bar, then it's Kitchen. Or for some teams, it is just Kitchen. If it's not Kitchen, it's Bar. So, interesting dynamic coming out between both of these teams right now, who seem to prefer Bar and Reading over the side of Kitchen. But again, I can't blame them. Site selection in Rainbow Six mostly comes down to persuasion and team persuasion and how you play your sites, how your team plays, how you play. Play styles matter, and sites, of course, matter along with them. Mojo's going to have an evil eye sitting inside a cigar lounge. He's going to see Sledge. Just, a friendly tap, a friendly nudge onto his shoulder, but shots are being fired by Shulker on towards the cigar shop area as well. But he's going to be stunned, but Sparker's going to find one. That's Cobra off the board. That is the Legion gone. I'm not even sure where that kill came out from, but it's a 5v4 right now. EX7 will not be taking out that Evil Eye anytime soon. He's going to pop a grenade. No, he won't. Jittery will be here with the lifeline to finish things up. There's a Jaeger in bar right now. Ooh, EX7 almost had that shot for that matter, but unfortunately the bullet does not go through the particularly thick areas, I believe, of that desk. Shulker's going to make his way back to side, just dropping down onto pillars and playing. Looks like he's going to be playing inside of Train Museum.
The attackers
As a
bomb
grenade is
diffuser
going to come out from... Oh, but no! EX7 is going to get taken out by Mike with a C4, and Moj is going to get taken out by Beat. Conversely, making it a 4 versus 3. The sledge is down, of course. That is pretty big because there is a lot of soft reach that the sledge could have done otherwise. Sam is going to try and take a fight on White Corridor, but no, he's going to pull back onto Laundry Room and make sure that he doesn't get taken out before he can help his team out of this situation. Less than 30 seconds remaining as it is a 4 versus 3. Will that be? Yes, it is a 4 versus 2 as the mute goes down. Sam is off the board, and that, of course, leaves only Mike and Shulker left for the side of Never Diamonds to clutch this out. Lots of marks coming up from the intel devices of the defenders as there's less than 15 seconds remaining for the side of Union Gaming to get this push down. They need to go for the plant if they want to extend the round timer. Either that or manage to find these 2 kills very quickly, and Mozzie will go down. That is Sparko with a kill. Shulker takes down Poseidon in the meanwhile, but Beat has to go for the plant. Where is he? He's going for it, and he's got to stick at Shulker. Unfortunately, he's stuck inside a train museum with someone watching from White Stairs. That's a prone peek, but oh, what a shot from Shulker. He's going to take down Jittery in the meanwhile. It's now a 1v2 that he has to clutch in the post plant against a Hibana and a Twitch. Sparko and Beat are on mostly full HP. I think that's a 90, 96, 95 HP for both of them right now. And a Twitch turn comes out from Sparko. There's the Jaeger close to him. He will see him. He'll hear him. And there you go. Shulker, unfortunately, looking the wrong way, not knowing where the Twitch is, not enough intel for the man to use for himself. And that is going to seal the deal right here on round 11. It could have been a potential clutch from the Jaeger, but Shulker, unfortunately, did not have enough intel to know where Sparko was playing. And that is, of course, going to give Union Gaming the round and the match. Round 11 goes to them, and the match goes to them as well. 7-4 on Cafe Dostoevsky. All right, so that was, of course, the first game between Union Gaming and Never Diamonds today on day 3 of Division 1 of Season 3 for the W Black the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege. We still got one more game for the night, and that is a game that is also going to be pretty exciting. Sun Asia Esports, or I believe as they are now called, Bat Trip Esports, against Never Diamonds again. Yep, Never Diamonds are coming back on stream nice and quickly, as we'll be resuming this stream in just a while. We're taking a little bit of a short break, of course, to get our vocal cords charged up and get the stream back up and running for all of our viewers as well. So we'll be right back from this break with the next match. Stay tuned.
Like that. Alright, the goal will start off with getting on the stick. That's the ash of the board. Water will be meeting and crossing parts along with the road. But look at that. The bandit is here watching up, trying to peek on rather. Dark side is here to get that refrag in, but that's not enough to equalize the man count. I've got to be very careful from the peak from this face. And we got goes down to pick that shot. Get a shot somehow onto the attacker, and then read from Yakova is here. The bandit. Oh boy! Strong pick, yes he will. Does he find anybody? No, he wants a free fight and he's going to fall back. He's not going to connect the second shot as well. The ball goes both of them, and he's going to get him away. So, I think he's making his way back up, unless T-Boy once again he comes up. Money goes down, but the refrag is here, right back in from Spicy Bang. That's another kill so far for the Hibana in this round. And he's got himself a nice ass shot to help him walk into the soft breeze, but the allies here to beat them on the motto. They're not actually going to care about it. Spider Time just straight up walking in, but Oxy's going to lose that fight in the air. It's all under Spider Time. Spider Time gets a triple kill for himself. Can he get 2 more? He gets one. Almost a full kill. Does he get the E? The real question. Spider Time so far he's getting all the kills on the board for this team. He needs 5 seconds and a frag. Does he find the yellow? He doesn't know where she's playing. She gets her out. Whoa! He is the ace! Oh my god!
When went for a peek, wasn't able to find anybody. Instead, a drone saw him as he's going to go for the vertical angle, but no, Dip Jones just too good. And Skeefy is going to go down. That is unfortunately how proceedings are going to happen. And it's a hack shot onto Blue and a rush towards side from the side of Valiance. Archangel spawns Christos. Darkseid goes down as well. It's all down to Warhead to do anything about this. Will he be able to? No, he's actually downed and taken out, as it's all down to Angrybot to do something about this. Time required for the counter defuse. Angrybot, of course, giving enough time for his team to confer, but he's going to go down to the ad.
That's really strong. You've got something on your hands. Etiban is going to make his way inside the map and get a quick frag onto the player playing on 90. He's going to spot the Valk and he's going to get another shot. Lancer's going to go down in the process, and Etiban's going to get 2 as a C4 comes out from the side of Stoneheart. That's going to get Lancer and Invalid off the board. As Etiban is sitting inside and he's going to get Stoneheart as well. This guy's just walking in. He's
hopefully from the rotation from the diffuser the defender's trying to make, and Nani on the other hand will eventually take out No Skill. Raksan will be there to take out Tusker, eventually getting an axis here, but Nani on the meanwhile gets a quarter kill. He just needs one more kill for the ace, and there you have it, boys. Virtual 5 Esports with Nani making an ace and quite making an entry frag as well as a good place there.
Gone down, as Athar was not going to be paying attention, as it's all down to their hammer in a 1v3 to clutch this out. So he has some time on his side. He has some calls from his drones, I believe, as he is going to go for the repel. His call has been, his position is known. Dhanu is going to be there. He's not going to be able to contest that. Melo is also going to peek him, who's going to lose his life, as Diffuse is going down from Raksan, but no Death Hammer is going to be there to take him out. So
but nope, 6-9 goes down. That's the sledge, and that is another huge kill. A lot of more utility that has just been taken out from Never Diamonds' arsenal. Yeager's gonna find another one somehow. He's still alive inside a cigar lounge. Cobra doing so much damage for his team. He's gonna go for the jump out. Will he find one more? No, he won't. And he will be cleaned up onto by Mojo, but there's another one, and the Doc gets taken out by Mojo as well. Mike cleans up onto one, but the Bang Name comes out, and that is a quick double kill from Veneno, as looks like level 0. All they wanted to do was jump out.
Sparko meanwhile gets caught up by Hasib. That's a Jaeger once again. Coming back alive. He's gonna spot the Nomad. Look at that shot from Hasib. What are you doing? The Jaeger gets that frag. What an amazing run out from Hasib, and the Jaeger is gonna convert that in fact. Influential for Mercedes so far. But at this pace, he's got to get spotted out. He's going to get a frag. That's one kill. He's going to find another. Yes, he will. And a one tap. Hasib with the clutch comes in. 4 frags and a quad kill clutch from the man. I'm not sure. Oh boy, EX7 coming with the big, and he's going to claim the life of MI7. It's all out of Ninja Freak in a 1 versus 2. He's got to find the Mozzie, and he's got to find the Whack. Everybody will be solo HP. He can even make this happen if he wants to. But the real question is, will he be able to do that or not? He has some cover for himself. Will he be attempting the plan? He will be sticking it apparently. Oh, he's going to find the Valkyrie. He doesn't know where the Mozzie is playing. He's going to reattempt the plan, but this is going to be a bait plan most possibly. But the P comes in, and Ninja Freak comes in with the 1 versus 2 clutch from the side of Mercenaries.
A bit of damage as well as he was going to be coming out. Poseidon has taken 1. Beat took another one actually. Make that a 2v2 right now. Make that a 1v2. It's all of a sudden down to Hasib, the castle. But do they get the plant up? Yes, they do. Beat is going for it, but he will be denied. Hasib with the play in the strategic position that he was in is going to deny the Thermite from going for the play.
It all comes down to Kanda and Blanky for that matter. As Cyber is going to go down as well. Kanda, the only one full on HP. Blanky goes down. He gets a double for himself. Nice play and win. A triple from Kanda. It's all down to Simplex to clutch it in a 1 versus 1. But Simplex is going to be inside deep arsenal bullets. But the smoke is not. The SMG 11 pushing up to him. Only 11 bullets left in his mag. He has to make this clutch happen, but he won't. 0 sabers. definitely cutting that.
His defender is off the board, but a C4 comes in. Will it take him? No! A double kill from Rico Risa and Drizzle right there. Shakti will deny the diffuser, but he will see two. He will still get them, and he gets the Monty right here. The mute is making things happen for his team. The C4 and yes, the shotgun that is coming to life for the side of Z-Rush. He's in a 1v1 right now with Nikoriso the Maverick, and he knows where he's pushing from. And the Maverick knows where Shakti is sitting. A great play by the mute, but will he be able to convert on it and give themselves a round win? The Maverick's gonna go for the plant, but he's baiting. But no, Shakti will see him. He will ace it right here for the side of Z-Rush.
And as many shots as he can, but there's only so much the Jaeger can do. And he can do a lot actually. Drizzle's gonna get himself a double kill. That should diffuser down as well. Drizzle making some plays happen. He's gonna get a third. That's Okari of the board. Winning a 1v1 in that angle with the Kali. He gets a four. Drizzle with the quad kill coming in for the side of Utable. Will he get the ace? He goes in for the pre-fire, but the drone B comes in from the Dokubi. Will he make some plays happen is the real question. Another charge goes out, but nothing to catch over here. Just going to move in right now. He does find the Maestro, and what a headshot connecting onto Cobra. Viper gets the first try, he gets the second. Does he get the third? He gets the third as well. The third is obliterating Never Diamonds right now. He's cutting them through. It's all down to Shulker and Mojo to keep things alive for themselves. Very influential operators for Never Diamonds. But that's a triple kill for Mike. It's all down to Cobra all of a sudden. He gets the frag onto the Thermite. Now it's a 1 versus 1. Not sure what the Thermite was doing, eating away the electric charges from the Bandit. Definitely in a very confused spot for that man, as Maestro does spot the twist drone coming close to him, and that is what is going to give away his position. Mike taking away 1 HP from the Maestro while he himself stays on 20. The Maestro cam goes out first. He's going to notice that, and that is it. A finisher from Never Diamonds. As what a play from them on this first half. 5-2. But he's not even going to focus on it. What are you doing, Seth? The planter is out in front of you. He gets that refrag in. It's all down to Bijay now. In a 1 versus 2 clutch moment, he's got to make this play happen. Gets the planter. That's at least somebody from Instant Esports is noticing where the planter is. It's all down to Sam. In a 1 versus 1 now. He's got to make this clutch happen if he wants the advantage against Instant Esports. It's a SMG 11 versus the L8 coming in. The diffuse counter. Oh, he gets that. Bijay with the clutch coming in on a 1 versus 2. The mute is going to put the equalizer on board for the side of Instant Esports. Notorious still playing very close to side. Poindex, alright, he's gonna tag up with Zofia, but nothing to do so far. Notorious, any time now to make this push happen. Poindex is gonna take down Envy. That's a push that he's not expecting maybe. Notorious has to make this play happen. That's part of the oh boy! The C4 comes in, that's a diffuser drop, he gets the cover as well. Notorious playing on a very influential spot. He's gonna get the drop down. Does he get the capital? Yes, he does. Notorious once again coming in with the 1 versus 2 clutch essentially. Poindex made his way inside, but the pre-fires give away his position. He's still gonna win that, and he's gonna fall down to Poindex. Meanwhile, another drop happens that is not going to get taken out. Oh, is that an interrogation coming in? Yes, it is. Mighty is going to get one. He is going to get another. Notorious goes down. It's a triple kill for the Cabrera right now. And the interrogation is live for the defenders. The push comes in. Tsukushima goes lighting up him. C4 does get spotted out by him. The audio cues are being given away. He's going to take that C4 away. But at what cost is a real question. A 1 versus 4, and the Cabrera is here to greet him with the silent step. And a 4 right now is not essentially much emphasis, but the black beam is already pushed in. The alibi does find one. That's Tsukushima goes out of the way. He gets Rattler. Patamor is here to refrag onto him. Yes, he will. It's a 2 versus 2 right now. Remus force, if they do, it's only going to come down from Snow. Deathorn still very, very patient. Does not do the Zofia. He gets the kill. A very nice one. That's a triple kill for Deathorn so far. And the alibi. Actually, Snow is here to get that frag onto him. Deathorn maneuvering himself back, and he gets the frag. Kira Esports walk away with a quad kill. Starting off from this man. Now for Demon's Force and Quantum Demon for that matter. Oh, look at that. Tsukushima God is going to claim the life of Aniket with that amazing C4 coming in from him, but the push from Laundry has happened. Beat is the one making that push, but he's going to lose that gunfight to Tsukushima God. It's all right, Poseidon. He's got to make some plays happen, but Tsukushima God once again proving the last suffix that he's got himself in the name, the GOAT.
gonna fire some shots downrange. He's not to be a complete and a legit setup. There's one guy sitting behind the Aquabar and he's gonna get he has no idea that Ash is right next to him. Ash plant. The smoke's gonna connect behind that. That's gonna give away Smoke's position. The Ash is gonna push in. She does not have the Smoke spawn, but she's gonna get him as well. And this is a complete collapse from the side.
Oh dear.
PM. Oh my god, what just happened? Connect from the side of Stoneheart. That's going to be Lincoln rest of the board. It's all down to Adelaide. She has a minute. He has a minute, my bad, to make this happen. It's probably been called out that Maestro is inside garage, and yes, Adelaide takes him out. He used it to get 2 kills. Hiban is going to be using the flashes and probably doing it for a plant. It's going to be a default plant, so Stoneheart might just be able to deny it from downstairs. As he sees the legs, he's going to fire some shots, but no, it's going to be called out that plant's going to be going down, and it's right cash. The flashbang comes out as Bandit's flashed. Adred does not make good use of it as he lands some shots onto Stoneheart, and he's going to be 1 health as Adred clutches it successfully for
Invalid is going to take Kingu out. Excuse me, he's going to be taken off the board by Kingu. And there's a 2v2 right now. The plant is coming off from Cresta once again. Maestro's pushing up metal, and Kingu's trying to push up the rotate. And Maestro's going to deny the plant with the last 5 seconds of the round. He's going to fire more shots, and the Aldo will connect onto Adorate. And Maestro with the clutch for his team, denying the diffuser, getting the last kill, will give Shining Heroes round 6. Smoke canister as well as 50 seconds left in the round, and Neverdime has to push. It's now or never for them, as without getting the plant off, they won't be able to extend the round timer. Chopper's going to look to go in, but he's going to get one. That is Zenas on the board as he gets to down Sam. And Moses going to get one. That's come to let's 2v2 suddenly. He has to go to the plant right now with cover from Shotgun, and that's what he will be doing. As Lem is going to try and push in, but there's no things there for cover. He's going to find the smoke. Do a lot of damage, but the castle is still here. The plant is going off. It has gone off for that matter, and now it's a 2v2 in the post plant. It's a 1v2 for that matter. All down to killing with the castle and the UMP. He won't be able to do it, as Never Diamonds will make the plays happen for themselves and take CCTV on a round 9. Right there, he's going to take down Nanny using a bullet hole boost right there. The Womack gets the kill. The sledge goes down as well. That's Flanker taking down Mike, as Royce is taking down Cruzy. In the meanwhile, the reflag had happened. The Ash charge away as well. As looks like, oh, he's going to get one. The Thermite goes down as well as he makes the rotation. And Flanker's going to get another one. That's a triple kill for the Legion right here. What is the man doing? He is ripping through Virtual Fire's attack. And Viper seems to be the only one remaining for the side of Monka's. At the door of Workshop, or Surface as you will. There's a runner come from Lusty Boy, but no, that's going to be the distraction, might be, because Flanker gets the 4K through the window of Supply Room. It's a 1v2 right now, and Nanny has to try and make a 1v2 happen for his team, but will he be able to? The Jackal sitting on the red covered hallway. He doesn't even have the fuser, and only so much time left for him, as the class is going to be shocking away, chipping away at his HP, leading him towards the Kaid for the eventual kill, as Jackal's going to go for the piece. The Kaid's hiding, and that is Dash right here, as Jackal wants to make this one happen. He's going to shot from Nanny! He's going to connect, knifing the Clash and getting the headshot while trying to ADS on Kaid's head. What? A very close game right here. Doc is sitting way too close to the gym bedroom door as Bucky made his way in to bathroom. And Notorious gets a double. That's Ninja Freak and Yura Red clear down. It's all down to the 3v2 right now, as Notorious might just make a clutch happen for Steve Snows flanking. Rotating back up the main stairs, and Doc's gonna find another one. Notorious with a triple kill. He might just find the Zofia. No, he will be taken out accordingly, as it's down to the 1v2 for the Legion. Vortex is he took one, and oh, what a shot from Snow right there. He gets the double onto Rats and Vortex, despite being stunned and going prone on the main stairs. He will get the kill for his team.
Claim the life of the castle. That is Jason out of the board. Mechox is going to get another. What a play from the sledge over here. It's definitely shutting down Union Gaming, but Hyperdish is here to cover while the plan is going down. It's all down to the Jaeger now. Fagels has to clutch this out. He gets one kill. That is the Mechhawks. The kill machine shut down. That's another one. That is on to next. Who does he find the third? Yes, he does. And one clutch coming in from Fagels. A 1 versus 3 from the Jaeger, and that is going to put the equalizer on board for Union Gaming and make this a 4-4 in nobody's favor.
Sound off in the chat. I know I've asked this question before, but I'm curious to see if anybody's changed their there's what they play. Oh, the double spawn peak comes out from Blank and Fatal's right there. The French boys coming to play for Union Gaming. Another defender up there. That looks like the Rook. Yep, there we go. Blank is going to get that headshot onto Chu and insta-healed by his French friend. And the run out from, okay, that's Fatal's. Will he bend this over? He does! And that's a double kill for the Jock right there. He also sees the Hibana and takes it. And Union Gaming with a flawless round off the back of some insane plays from the Jock and the Rook, Fatals and Blank, as they are going to take match point by winning round 10. These will come down any second now. Yep, there we go. The counter defuse is coming in from the Echo. Monty's made his way very close, but the Buck is here to deny. He's going to find two. He's going to down one, of course, and that is Beaver getting the kill. But no, the strategy comes out, and will he find the Goya? Yes, he will. A triple kill for Blank. He's on route for the ace, and he will get it. Blank on the Buck with the ace to give the round to Union Gaming. Is going to win out round 4 right here off the back of a very fast plan from the Monty, surviving a C4 as well. Of course, the Echo out there, and oh, that was a C4 throw. That did not connect. And then he's going to find Mute. And oh, dear me, Beaver, he does find Jesus, but Skipper goes down. And as I was saying, Beaver nearly took down his own teammate. Skipper has gone down, but the Wamai goes down. That's Beaver taking another one for himself on the JV. And the Maverick pushing up to him. The IQ is coming in as well for the kill. And both of them are coming in for that matter, as Buck is now going to go for a plant in a different position. And the Echo exposes himself, and there we go. Beaver will take the kill onto Blank, as Vector Sports will win round 7 right here. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the W Black the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear in association with AC Fibernet, Zotac Gaming, and Games the Shop. I'm your host Blackjack, and joining me is my co-Sam and Foxy as we are here for the second game of the night. Never Diamonds are going to be taking on Sun Asia Esports, or Battery B Esports as they are now called, and I have to change that in my writing. Again, that is something we'll be doing as the match goes on. The match, unfortunately, is going to be on the map of Clubhouse. But again, I'm not actually, ticked off about that, because one Clubhouse a day is just fine. We're already in the ban phase, of course, and Thatcher will be one of the first to get taken out, as is usual from the side of Battery B Esports. Foxy, how do you feel about this match that we've got on hand?
Well, I feel really amazing knowing that we're going back to Clubhouse, and I don't know about Battery Esports, but I'm definitely sure it happens to be a map where Never Diamonds have had an amazing track record. So, going into the match, that is definitely something that we'll be seeing Never Diamonds pick up pace on. They'll be on the side of attack, mind you. And with the bans that have come out so far, Thatcher and Maverick will be taking the fall. Let's see on how... there we go. The Kaid is going to get banned. It's, I would say it's standard, very classic, the first 3 bans that have come out. The last ones is either got to be Echo or even Mira sometimes, or maybe Maestro. Maestro, not more likely, but yeah, Echo, there we go. Echo or Mira. So Echo will be the one to take the fall as well, as we've got ourselves a nice saturation here. So yes, as we will be confirming to Dark Lord on the rule set that is for this matchup. Let's see how that goes as we proceed ahead into this round here. Let's take a quick look at both these rosters. In fact, Shulker, Cobra, Mojo, Mike, and Sam on the side of Never Diamonds. They happened to lose a match against Union Gaming. The last match that was on Cafe, 7-4. This match is against BTE. That's right, people. Battery B Esports is back in action. Hulky, Dash, Dark Lord, Flame Blame, and Helix on the side of Battery B Esports. Let us see if they'll be able to make that, able to stand up against Never Diamonds on a map, as it's essentially their home map, but they'll be the ones to start off on defense. That means all the while more advantage that they can pick off on a map like Clubhouse. Let's see where that takes us as we proceed with round 1. And there you go. Any moment now we'll be into the game, and I think it's me now that is taking a little bit of loading time. I don't know who's taking a lot of loading time, but I'm sure it's not me, because I've got myself a WD Black SSD. So yeah. There you go. Sam was the one, I believe. No, Sam's game happened to crash apparently.
Attackers
As
need to locate and defuse
Sam crashed. I hope Sam did not crash. I hope Sam's game crashed, but yeah. That out of the way, Blackjack. The mic is all yours.
Thank you for that, Foxy. As we are, of course, in the game, and I don't think we've seen a Rio Circus come in from the side of Never Diamonds. They were the ones with the disconnect, of course, making it a 4 versus 5. That looks like round 1 will be. We're going to ask, of course, whether or not they want a rehost, because, of course, it is up to them, as it was their player who disconnected. And Mojo says, okay, so does Mike. And yep, there we go. The rehost is going to be confirmed. So unfortunate for all of our viewers on stream, but we will be going into a quick rehost even before the first round has a chance to begin. Of course, it will be same site and same ops from all the players involved, and we'll be right back post rehost as all of the teammates are busy instead of murdering each other. Now, that's okay. That's a bit of a strong word, but still, we'll be right back with more siege action on the other side. Stay tuned. All right, then, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the game between Bad Trip Esports and Never Diamonds on the map of Clubhouse. We are back, of course, from the rehost before the first round even began. And since all the operators and site were selected from both these teams, we will not have a change in that particular area. All the bans, of course, are also set. That is Thatcher, Maverick, Kaid, and Echo. As we are going to be moving into the map, the match nice and quickly. Let's have one more look at both of these rosters. That is, of course, Sam, Shulker, Cobra, Mojo, and Mike from the side of Never Diamonds, and from the side of Battery Esports as we load in really quickly here.
Attackers need to locate and
There we
defuse
go.
as many bombs
It is
as
going to
they
be
can.
Dark Lord, Flame Blame, Dash, Hulky, and Helix. And that is, of course, Battrip Esports back in action, as everyone has been so kind to point out for all of our viewers at home. first side is, of course, second floor CCTV and cash room, as we see Flame Blame making use of Goyo's TCSG. The hollow side, of course, make it just to make sure that he has a bit of a little bit less of a harder time taking close range fights, because sometimes, you know, the ACOG the zoom in on the ACOG can be a little bit of a disadvantage when it comes to taking close range fights. I've been victim to it myself while playing Doc or Rook, for that matter. So yeah, I can certainly testify to the fact that hollow sights in actually a lot of situations are better. And if you have a good eye, you can probably take some mid to long range fights with hollows as well. But that, of course, is for players better than myself. I'm not exactly that good. Hopefully someday. Coming back to the match at hand, round one. The match has just begun, but Never Diamonds, of course, this is their second game. The first game they played was against Union Gaming, formerly Quantum G1. That roster has been picked up by the Union Gaming org, of course. And Union Gaming were the ones to win on Cafe Dostoevsky, 7-4 in their favor. And Never Diamonds, they put up a good fight in a lot of rounds, but unfortunately wasn't enough to stop Union Gaming from winning out Cafe. The map itself. Cobra out here on the jacuzzi balcony, the main wall of bedroom hallway right here. And of course, this isn't the main wall of sight, because the site is CCTV. He's going to breach it with his hammer after doing a bit of drone work, take out the cam, and go back on his drone. There is somebody inside of construction. He's got to be careful of that particular operator right now, as I believe that is Mojo the Hibana outside of the construction window as well. Flame Blame all the way down on a basement. I think he was in blue last seen. As we are setting up, that is, Never Diamonds are setting up the breach onto the main wall. Dash is sitting inside of Eastern Stairs right now. The hallway of Eastern Stairs, that is, red hallway, as I like to call it. And Hulky, in the meanwhile, looking into construction, making sure he's got all of his angles in play. Of course, both Wamai and Jaeger are in play as well, so that's double denial. And actually, the breach onto CCTV's main wall has been done beforehand, before I could call that out. And is that actually a line of sight being made? That is. Hulky's going to find one Sam off the board, and that is the Thermite gone. One of the hard breaches, but of course, Thermite has done his job. Cobra, in the meanwhile, he's in a bit of a tight spot inside of construction right now. He's going to be preparing a grenade, but there should be Wamai magnets. Yes, there are. They're going to catch the grenade and throw it, that single grenade, directly above Sledge's head. No damage done. And to anyone for the time being. Flame Blame actually takes a little bit of damage, but there are Hibana X spells being thrown towards the construction wall to make that line of sight just a little bit wider, as flashbangs are being caught out by the Wamai magnets. Plenty of denial from the side of Wamai right here. Hulky doing his job, but his feet are going to get spotted out by the Nomad. He's not going to take any damage though, because the bullet spread is not working in the favor of Mike. Less than 40 seconds remaining in the round, and the push has to come in from the side of Never Diamonds. It is a 5v4. Battery Esports are in the lead in the man count right now, and that could work in their favor, as Mojo is going to find one, equalizing the man count onto Hulky, and a C4 came out, but unfortunately, all that we'll find is a drone. We've got Cobra here on the central sub roof. He's sitting outside of the B window and just looking to make sure he gets somebody, the bandit, on a red. But Darkle's going to get taken out in the meanwhile. That is Shulker with the kill. But the C4 comes up. Will it connect? It will down Mike, however, as Mojo is the one close to Flame Blame. He'll be taken out by the TCSG as well. The kill is confirmed to Mike, and Cobra goes down to Dash as well. And the last one to go down is the Zofia. That is Shulker, who found Dash with his pistol, but there was Helix on the catwalk of Garage, as a flurry of kills were dropped from the side. Both of these teams, for that matter. But of course, Battery Esports were the one to find more bodies than Never Diamonds could. And that will give them round one. They've got the ball rolling. And 1-0 is the scoreline going into round two.
All right. Quite the round coming in for the side of Battery Esports there. In fact, that did happen to be quite the chaos, and my apologies to that. I was finding the key to unmute myself as I was trying to speak something, but on the stream, obviously, yeah, my mic is always open to you on Discord, but not on the stream. So yeah, I mean, I definitely don't want my mic to be open on the stream. There's so many times where players come up with some insane peaks, some insane angles and shots. I happen to lose my sanity, in fact, and I come out with some squeals that you wouldn't really want to hear out in public. So yeah, I think it's in everybody's best safety that I keep myself muted. But that being said, we'll be proceeding to round 2 here. And Gym Bedroom of all sides. All right, Battery Esports, we hear you. They won't be going to Church Arsenal. Very interesting. That is something that happens to be the most. I think that's the most selected side in terms of how the defense on Clubhouse has been favored so far. But CCTV is, at least in my opinion, one of the most. I would go to that side the last. I mean, you know, I wouldn't really say it's tough to defend or stuff like that, but yeah, I would rather rotate between Church, Arsenal, and Gym, and then go to CCTV. I've got my reasons. I wouldn't really like to justify them. Not right now. I'm just kidding. But we'll be seeing ourselves get into this match, and Mojo comes up with a Hibana, and that's the only second outreacher. In fact, with the with the Maverick being banned, that means only the Thermite will be employed. And there you go. He's brought out his drone, very nice and easy. He's going to make sure that he gets the breach done, but he's got to be very about those angles, and he is in fact Sam with the perfect environmental awareness that he's got for himself. And there we go. He's got the breach done, but the mute is what is stopping him from doing that. And that is why he's going to be waiting for his teammate to take that off. And yes, he will. And there we go. The breach has gone out. A really good emphasis in terms of how they've expelled little to none utility in terms of how they've gotten the breach down. Flamelem Helix will be holding on the side of Cash. We've got Dash and Hulky holding on the side of the main side, that is. But there's somebody you've got to worry about, and that is Dark Lord. He's on his roam play. He's got the C4 as well to work with. And we know for a fact that Jim happens to be a side where he can get the denial in with the C4 from down below. This breach is going to be very influential for the side of the attackers. Now Hulky's in a really bad spot. Cobra is going to find Dash. That's a very important kill. And Hulky finds another. That's Shulker. That's a refrag game coming from him. But he doesn't notice where that frag is coming in. And he's going to lose that fight instead. It's a rapid game from Sam is going to claim his life. Dark Lord meanwhile is going to find Cobra back. And that's the refrag game coming into place perfectly. Look at that. Another kill drops from Flame. As this is what I'm talking about. This is the bad trip esports. But no, Mike is here to shut him down. Flame is going to go down as well. A nade comes out for, I believe that's an insurance nade for anybody playing on a main stage. But everybody who is 11th side of the defense will be offside, mind you. So that means Helix and Dark Lord will be playing on their back foot right now. All they've got is a carbine and a C4 to work with. In fact, C4 will get no use as well. That means no more denial left in the attackers node as well. Mike is going for the push and he's going to win that fight against Helix. It's all on the Dark Lord. He's going to find one. Does he find another? He does know where the sledge is, but no, he's going to come in with the free fires. That is not going to connect. Mike will be the one to shut the Valkyrie down in that 1v1. I was not expecting that, but that is what happened. Dark Lord not exactly having a great day. He thought the pre-fire would work, but the aim was a little too off, and a 1-2-1 scoreline as we proceed to round 3, and Gym Bedroom will be the site. We'll be seeing Battery Esports attempt once again, not Church Arsenal, mind you. They won't be going to Church Arsenal. Gym Bedroom apparently is something that they still want to attempt.
Well, I mean, we've seen this before from Battery Esports. Former Sun Asia, of course. We've seen them go to Clubhouse before, and we've seen them take Gym Bedroom quite a fair bit. Not always over Basement Church or CCTV for that matter, but they have gone here whenever they felt confident about it, and it seems like they feel confident about Gym Bedroom, especially today. And today is one of those days, looks like, where we get that supposed third site. I say that in quotes, of course. Before one of the more important / most placed sites of a map. When it came to the match between Union Gaming and Never Diamonds on Cafe Dostoevsky, we actually did not see first floor kitchen until the halftime round, that is round 6. We saw third floor bar and second floor reading constantly from the side of Union Gaming's defense. And then when Never Diamonds went to defense, they were doing pretty much the same thing. They didn't go to kitchen initially, they went to reading first. Now, here we've got Battery Esports doing a similar sort of play. They're trying to pull out a similar sort of play, of course, where they win CCTV. They did win that first site. and now they've gone to second floor. Gym bedroom twice, having lost, of course, the first time they come here, and a little bit of miscommunication between Darklord and Flameblade as to the Wamai putting down that shield, and Darklord trying to get out of there to put his cam in this between wall of gym and bedroom. But again, gym bedroom, the site of choice from the side of Battery Esports. Again, I'm not one to say that this is a bad site, because this is in fact a very defendable site. Especially with the help of Castle and Hulky, of course, playing that operator, is going to make things a little bit easier for the side of Battery Esports. Darklord, he was just waiting there inside of gym to for Hulky to open up that hatch in gym. Gonna come down here, and I think this is a long angle that he wants to play on top of one of these breachable walls with this, maybe with a C4 to establish that breach onto the hard breacher onto Jacuzzi balcony. But we've got the castle brackets being opened by Shulker already. I believe he's already done that, and that will, of course, make Dash's life a little harder to bandit trick. And there we go. The main breach is going to happen from the Thermite. Sam gets that done. And unfortunately, the castle setup, we all know it. We've all seen it before. Not enough protection being placed in that general vicinity to stop the castle brackets from being broken. Flameblade gets spotted inside of construction. The Wamai, of course, sitting in here is got to be careful. He's got a friend for support all the way inside of Cash behind the big green box container thing, as Cobra's going to be pushing up to the central subroof window of construction. Shots being fired in general to vicinity because, of course, the G8A1 LMG is massive in size. But we've also got a push coming in from the main beach, and grenades being thrown in by Mike, the sledge, but the one he threw in was caught, of course, as Dash gets the kill onto Sam. That is the Thermite of the board, but he's done his job. The hard breaching part onto the corridor wall of gym bedroom. Another grenade is prepared by Mike. He's going to throw that in, but will it find anybody? Doesn't look like it. Another magnet is thrown in by the Wamai, and the IQ goes for the Walton, but no, that's the wrong play, as Darklord was the one to find that, and Hulky, Dash, and Flameblade go down in quick succession from the side of the defense. I believe that was Mike and Shulker making quick work of those three defenders, and now suddenly the man count has swung heavily in favor, not in favor, mind you, as Shulker goes down. It's an equalized man count, 2 versus 2. Darklord will take that kill on the Shulker, and now it's Xander Mojo and Mike versus Darklord and Helix. Marks are coming out from the intel defense of the defenders, and Mojo's going to try and bait the plant out, and Helix is going for it. He's going to go for the peak. Will he find one? No, he won't. He'll be taken out by the double fires of the attackers, as Mojo will be able to find the kill, and Mojo's going to go for the plant on top of the sofa, fearing a C4 from below, but I believe Darklord has, in fact, expelled his C4, which is going to leave him not with a whole lot of ideas, as Mike is going to go for the peak, and there we go. He's going to get the kill, and Darklord is going to go down to the SMG-11 of the sledge. The SAS operator will take down the final defender, and that is going to put a round 3 in favor of the attackers. Never Diamonds taking gym bedroom twice against Battrip Esports. Battrip trying for gym bedroom twice, unfortunately failing twice. They'll be going back to second floor CCTV.
But that was really well played from the attackers there, and looks like that has indeed pushed Battery Esports down on the side of CCTV and Cash Room once again. And very interestingly, though, we've got quite the differential. We are not seeing Battery Esports go on the side of Church and Arsenal Room. That is something that is really bugging me, at least on round 4. I've got to tell you this, Blackjack, is the fact that Battery Esports not choosing to go to Church Arsenal, the site that has maximum win rate for any team that is defending on Clubhouse. They are a legend. They are giving away the only advantage that they have for themselves. I mean, you're starting off on defense on Clubhouse, you might as well walk away with the advantage that you've got for yourselves. That is not something we are seeing Battery Esports do, but at least for now, we'll be seeing them go back to CCTV. Darklord comes up with the Valkyrie once again, and we've got Flameblade running the Goyo. He's running the TCSG, mind you, not the Vector, and that is something we've got to take into consideration as well. That means all the rotations that we'll be seeing Flameblade make will be from his TCSG. No the shotgun, no the impact nades being used from the side of Battery Esports. That's one way to use utility, I'll tell you. But look at this pocket strat from them. They've got a shield to help them with Flameblade with the Goyo shield, and they've got a normal shield as well that is being placed reverse. I think I failed to notice this when it came down to CCTV hole previously. I happened to shed some light on it, but meanwhile Cobra is going to find out already. I'm not sure where that fight went down. As actually, that was a little too early. I think Cobra just went in for the rappel. Oh, yes, he did. Look at that. Cobra went in for the rappel, and look at the dead body of Dark Lord right below main stairs. I think went on the main stairs rappel with the Amaru, obviously. And now the buffed Amaru, mind you. The ADS time is decreased way too much, and that gives him so much more work, so much more potential to work with. In fact, we'll be seeing Shulker come out with some. Alright, Nade is going to claim the life of Flame Blame. That's your Goyo off the board, like I was speaking about. And Never Diamonds, I think they've had enough of whatever gimmicks that they were trying to bring up with, because now we've got Battle B Esports on really bad spot. Hulky, Helix, and Dash is all that is left for the side of Battle B Esports. We're seeing Helix make his way through stock. I think he's got to find somebody. He does hear somebody out on that in the sledge, and yes, he's going to claim that life. Nick goes down. That's your nade operator down, mind you. That means you've got so much more utility to work with. And now Hulky will be watching that angle that he's got all for himself. Mind you, there is somebody watching the breach. That means it is a breather for the Mamayan side, but he's still got to worry about in case he happens to go for a peek that turns out wrong for him. Flashes are coming in, and so is the Zofia from down below. But where is Helix? He's going to find another free kill. What is going on? Never Diamonds do not know what the Jaeger is playing from, and that is going to give them 2 free kills. But finally, Dash is here to find another frag as well. As the round started off in the advantage of Never Diamonds, is certainly in the advantage of Battery B Sports. But Sam chimes in. He's going to find a frag, and that's your man on side down, mind you. That means the only anchor points from where the defenders can hold this down is either from the side that Dash is holding, or it's going to come down from the metal stage, top the metal stage. In fact, what Helix is waiting for, both the G89 brothers, the Bandit and the Jaeger, it's all on to them to make this clutch happen. Meanwhile, Mojo and Sam, they need this round very essentially, mind you, because they're on attack and you want to convert your maximum attacks while you are on Clubhouse. We'll still be seeing them hold this down. Mojo comes up with some drone work. He's going to watch that angle, but nothing to convert as of now. He misses the shots, in fact, on the Jaeger, but the plant is already gone down. Dash comes up with the C4, nothing to connect here. Sam with a few pre-fires. It's a 2 versus 2 in a post-plant situation. Helix comes in with a really sneaky peek, in fact. He's made his way back on the side, way closer to Diffuser. Sam claims a kill. It's all not a Helix in a 1 versus 2, making that a 1 versus 1. As Helix is going to get that frag. It's all down to Helix that he's got to convert, and he won't. Never Diamonds walk away with this round as well. And what an amazing play that we've got to see from Sam. The Thermite, the man can plant, the man can frag, the man can breach. He can do everything that you can expect off of him. That awards Never Diamonds with round 4 as we proceed to round 5, 3-1 in their favor.
What a set of rounds coming out from the side of Never Diamonds on the attack right here. Attack on Clubhouse, and 3-1 is the scoreline that we're looking at. Looks like Battery B Sports are having a bit of a bad trip for that matter, as they will be getting back to CCTV once again on the second floor. Looks like they absolutely do not want to go to Basement Church, as Cobra's going to 6-pick out of the Ying into whatever his team so desires. The Twitch is going to be in play from the looks of things. Maybe, maybe not. He's gone back to selecting. But no, he will confirm the Twitch is in play. CCTV is going to be the site on round 5. We are quickly approaching the halfway point of the match. Of course, that is round 7 roll swap. We're 2 rounds away from that, including this round, of course. And right now, Battery B Sports have to somehow put a dent in the momentum that Never Diamonds have for sure gained for themselves. As this sort of a situation is not the best for Battery B Sports to be in, because now they will be... I see that in the all chat from Mojo right there. Because anyway, I'll talk about that in just a bit. But of course, Never Diamonds have a good bit of momentum for themselves, and Battery B Sports, they need to put a dent in it if they want to make sure that they have a chance of coming back to this game. Otherwise, Never Diamonds will of course run away with this game. That is something that BTE will not want. And of course, to the effect of what Mojo was saying, he was asking Battery B Sports to go downstairs for once, pleading with them. As I'm pretty sure a lot of people right now are thinking the exact same. But why have they not gone to Basement Church? One of the sites in Clubhouse with the highest win rate for defenders has not been used whatsoever from this defending team. And there are questions. I'm sure we will get the answers to them as we proceed towards the end of week 2 and the beginning of week 3 for season 3 of the W Black Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege. Again, questions like that will have to wait just a little bit. Dash once again sitting on the eastern stairs corridor right now as Dark Lord is busy perfecting his little rotation from that corridor in towards side. Cobra is holding down central stairs for the time being. He suspects somebody roaming all the way down in basement. And I think there may be somebody down here. He's going to take out the default cam. In fact, there is. That is Flame Blame, the Valkyrie. Is he aware of the fact that there is a Twitch sneaking up right behind him? I don't think he is. Oh, now he is, though. The shots fired have given away the position of Cobra. And Flame Blame is aware of the fact that there is a French operator just on the other side of the corridor, for that matter, inside of Church. Should be an interesting fight if this comes down to it. The breach has probably come out from the side of Sam as well. The main breach onto CCTV, which will make Battery Esports, of course, be a little bit more reserved with their peaks, and they have to be if they want to ensure their operators survive for as long as they can. You've got to choose your fights correctly and with caution, as I believe Mojo, the Hibana, is going for another heartbeat somewhere else on the map. Could be the construction wall. I'm not entirely sure right yet, as Mike is going to drop down into logistics, and the bedroom push is happening right here. Mojo is inside of the hallway as well. And there will be a construction push coming in from the side of these attackers, as Wamai's going to be putting down more and more magnets as he gets them across the round, of course. And he's got to be careful, but no, he won't be. That is the angle from below that Shulker uses for himself. That is Hulky off the board. That's the Wamai inside of sight that was giving Never Diamond so much trouble last round. Excuse me. As Flame Blame is going to be caught out as well. He's down right now, not killed yet, but he will be confirmed onto pretty soon, I assume. Meanwhile, that is, of course, going to leave BTE in a 3 versus 5 right now. Flashbangs are being thrown in towards side. That's Sam, the Thermite, trying to go in for the play, but I believe he's flashed himself for his teammate right now, and Mike, inside of construction, is waiting for a play to happen as well. Flame Blame is left to bleed out on the bottom floor right now. Dark Lord might go for a peek right now. Helix has found one. That's Mike on the board, and another one. That's Mojo gone. Helix has been doing so much. Dash finds Cobra, but Sam finds Helix as well. That is the Goyo down inside of sight. It's a double kill for Sam. He's got to pick up the diffuser, and he will. He's got to go for the plant. It's now or never for him. Flame Blame's gonna bleed out, and it's all down to Dash. He doesn't have a C4 to play from below, and the plant is coming out from Sam. The kill will be confirmed by Cobra onto Flame Blame. That's the bleed out from the Valkyrie, and now it is a 1v2 for Dash to play in all alone on Garage Catwalk. 2 attackers to contend with. Sam is, of course, very low on HP. A sneeze and he's dead, but Shulker is the one he's got to deal with right now. Shulker had one more concussive, and he will be using that as, there we go, the Thermite from behind. The green box is going to shoot some shots. Dash very low on HP, doesn't know where the Thermite's coming from, and that will, of course, be Sam taking the kill. The man came in clutch for his team when Helix was going crazy on the other end. He was the one to shut him down, and the Goyo as well. That double kill, of course, allowed him to go for the plant inside a sight, and unfortunately, Dash the Bandit was not enough to secure the round for the side of Battery Esports, which can only mean one thing. The score is 4-1 in favor of Never Diamonds. Going into round 6, we are on the last round before role swap, and we will finally be going to Basement Church from the side of Battery Esports. Also, another thing, they've picked the Oryx. This is one of those rare instances where we are actually getting to see Oryx, so lots of firsts here for BTE, for sure. All right, so from the looks of things that we have right here, Never Diamonds, of course, with a very good round lead, and that is 3 rounds going into halftime. And of course, if they win this round, that will put them on a 5-1 score going into role swap. And on the defense on Clubhouse with Never Diamonds, it might just be a done and dusted deal for Battery Esports. But then again, we don't want to count them out. We have seen this before from them. And they may not be having a good time right now, but they could certainly come back from this with gusto. Dark Lord, of course, playing the Oryx with the proximity sensors. All right, the Oryx is here for proper roam plays from the looks of things. And once again, as is standard for Clubhouse, whenever Basement Church is the site of choice, we have a sound bug where we literally hear nothing, no footsteps, no, I don't think we hear shots fired either. We don't hear reinforcements, nothing until a certain point in the round timer. So we'll just wait for that for the time being, as Dash with the Pulse is going to be in Arsenal Room once again. We know this from them, as there is an Amaru already in the main stairs. That is Cobra. But the Amaru, the Gara hook won't be coming into use just yet, but the Pulse is going to find where the Amaru is coming in from. He's going to trade that out, the information that is, and there we go. Helix is here to get that kill on to Cobra. The Amaru is down. Unfortunately, looks like the rush play from Cobra will not be working out for him this time around. Helix was the one to get that kill, and he has been doing so much work for the side of Batship Esports. It has been absolutely fantastic from the man on the Jaeger. He's pretty much been maining Jaeger non-stop this entire game, and with good reason. The carbine has worked out for him, so why not keep taking it? Shurker, in the meanwhile, he's clearing out the entire second floor, face-checking everything for that matter. I think he's got a drone from Mike, the sledge, as he's requesting a hard breach onto the construction wall. That is, of course, going to be Sam, as Mojo is going to save the Excaros pellets on the Hibana for the hatch breaches. We've already got Mike going for the soft breach on to the floor of kitchen and the hallway outside of kitchen on the first floor towards site. And those angles are, of course, angles you want to have on your favor. Meanwhile, Hibana's already got the Excaros pellets in. Sam is going for the push on towards the main stairs. He's got to be careful of a pulse, mind you. That's Dash right there. And as soon as Dash gets the information, if he gets the information, we'll be trading that out. A proximity alarm will give away the position of Sam. That will cause some pre-fires to come in the general direction. But looks like Church hallway wall will be opened by the thermite. There we go, successful breach. But will he get peeked right after this? He's gonna see the Jaeger, but no! Helix somehow manages to survive that, and he's gonna live to tell another tale. But for how long right now? Because the thermite knows his exact location. Sam's gonna find one. That's Helix on the board, but there's a peek onto his main stairs from the Womai. It's a 4 versus 3. Mo just found one. That's Dark Lord down. And now the man count has swung in favor of Never Diamonds on the attack. They are pushing Church really, really hard, and they want to get this plant off. Shulker's gonna get one. Dash got one as well. Mike got one onto Dash, and that is gonna make it a 3 versus 1. And Flameblade with the C4 will not be able to get any kills for himself. Unfortunately, the C4 toss was not on the cards. He tried to go for it, but it was not the play for the man. And of course, Mike was more than happy to get that kill, which means round 6 goes to Never Diamonds. We are on roll swap round 7, and the score, surprisingly enough, is 5-1 in favor of Never Diamonds.
All right, quite the round coming in from the side of Never Diamonds once again, mind you. And I wouldn't really say I'm surprised. More than that, because 5 rounds on a defender favorite map as heavy as Clubhouse. Battery Esports have definitely not thought some stuff through. 5-1. It's not looking great. It's definitely not. I mean, they're happening to losing maximum gunfights. Even when it's coming down to moments of testimony, you know, it's coming down to those little moments where you have to win some gunfights to make your strategies work, but it's not been the case, at least not for Battery Esports. Let's see how they make it happen, as they've gone to attack, and Never Diamonds have walked away with they stand at a rather heavy advantage. 5-1 is not the score I was expecting, as we are proceeding on to round 7 with the road swap into place. Bad Trip will be on attack. Let's see how that is going to work out for them. Never Diamonds, though, they're definitely looking to seal the deal, as they've already got themselves a loss against Union Gaming today. They don't want to make a loss into 2. Cannot allow Battle Esports to make that comeback either. But Never Diamonds does have an amazing history of throwing runs on Clubhouse after they've had themselves a 5-1. So I wouldn't really... The jokes apart, though, yeah. It's definitely something that Never Diamonds won't be doing, but let's see. Mojo has gone a little bit of AFK. I believe he's just hydrating himself, I'm sure. He's just grabbing that bottle right beside him. Water bottle, just to be more specific. As personally speaking, there can be more bottles than a water bottle. So we will be seeing Dark Lord make his drone his way upstairs on the main stairs, and the smoke will get spotted out. He's about to take that drone out, obviously, very obvious though, but that's another gadget of the attackers in terms of how they trade off information. But what is important here is the ADS is getting burned out. That means they're getting ready for getting the main breach done with the help of Flameblade. Any moment now, they'll be coming in with the... Alright, they don't have Zofia. That means it'll be Helix that'll be doing... Excuse me. It'll be Helix that'll be doing all the work. Ash on the Helix on the Ash, in fact. It's going to be the Bandit charges, and that is going to allow the Breeze to come up with. In fact, there's a Jaeger that is taking the advantage of the Ash being exposed. But look at this. The teamwork from Never Diamond somehow pays off. And even though they had cover from the Nomad, somehow the Bandit walks away with that frag. The Ash is going to take the fall for it. In fact, well, let us see how that is going to turn out eventually, though. Hulky comes up with a drone throw. That's possibly a bait, but that is not something that a conversion that is waiting for. He's going to come up with some more pre-fires, but at least as of now, it's a 5 versus 4 heavily in the favor of Never Diamonds, mind you, because they also happen to sit on a 5-2-1 scoreline. Hulky still watching this. Anybody getting too aggressive will get caught out by him, but is anybody going to do that is a real question. Dark Lord trying to bait that aggression that Hulky can convert on, but that is still not happening. Legion comes up with a really good peek, but that is not going to convert because Hulky is a little too far away for his liking. Dark Lord takes a lot of shots from that Legion, and that is none other than Shulker. He's playing on the server rack. He's got himself a nice angle established. But some pre-fires from Hulky is what is stopping him. The solo wall is also breached, but Mojo will be the one to pick up that frag. Meanwhile, Mike on the other hand, in fact, that was Mike who got that frag. Dark Lord will be getting a frag on the Shulker as well. That means your Legion is no more into play. The one who was a little too aggressive. And look at this, the peak from Cobra gets caught, catches. Dash out, it's all under Dark Lord, and Sam will seal the deal for Never Diamonds as they proceed to match point on round 7. 6-1 is the scoreline, and looks like Battery Esports have come heavily unprepared for today's matches up on Division 1.
I mean, I think heavily underprepared is at this point a heavy understatement, if you will, because 6-1 on match point, we just passed the roll swap round of round 7, and we're going to be going to Basement Church from the side of Never Diamonds on the defense right here, as they were the ones. Okay, here's another fun fact. I like to sort of point out these fun facts about matches as they go along, and the fun fact about this one right now is the fact that Battery Esports went to gym twice while being on defense, right? We saw them go there rounds 2 and 3. They lost both times. Never Diamonds, in a twist of I don't know if it was fate, I don't know if they intentionally did it, but they went gym bedroom immediately after roll swap. The first defense round they get, they go gym bedroom, and it was a comprehensive defensive victory for them over Battery Esports attack. And again, just a little bit of irony right there is the fact that one team tried so hard and they couldn't, and then Never Diamonds comes in and is like, hey, here, let me show you. Again, it's all a joke, of course. I'm just trying to make light of the situation in a good way, friendly way. That's all we casters are here for, you know, to entertain everybody watching this stream. And that's what I'm going to be trying to do, you know, bad jokes and all. Like I've said before, bad jokes, we have them. Anyway, I mean, bad jokes and dad jokes. Foxy has quite a few of them as well. So, coming back to the match at hand, match point is in play from the side of Never Diamonds, and they are playing a meetup on Basement Church. Sam's going to put that down on to the main wall, the triple reinforcement wall of Church that overlooks the hallway coming down from the main stairs, and he's just trying to figure out where to put the second one. He was trying to put it down on that single reinforcement of blue, and oh, the Amaru's going to find the mute. Unfortunate for Mojo. He did suspect somebody of being there, and I believe he heard Amaru breach into that window, but it won't be a good time for the mute. He's going to go down very quickly in the round indeed, and Never Diamonds are at a bit of a spot. Not a bit of a spot. We've seen them be on a man count disadvantage before where they've pulled through spectacularly. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do it again, and they are only one round away from, of course, winning it all, winning this match and the map, and securing themselves a point, another point for that matter, on Division 1. We've got Hibana going for the hard breach on to the kitchen hatch already. Hatch is opened, but again, Battery Esports, they're going to be making sure that they have all their intel gathered. They know where the defenders are. They're going to try and maybe catch one more out if they are able to. As ooh, Sam, he's trying to go for the angle against the Hibana, but Hibana on the upside on rappel is just too far away from the window opening to be caught out right there, and Dash will get away just for the time being. A Jackal scan comes out, but that operator, of course, is all the way inside his sight. That is Jaeger. Actually, he's not inside. He's on blue right now, and Cobra takes a lot of shots. He was trying to go for a fight, but unfortunately, that was a bit of a bad idea, so to speak. Cobra, very low on HP. He's got to stay alive for his team, mind you, because, again, they need him. And that is another fresh scan from the Jackal as Shulker is going to get taken out of the board. That's Helix with that kill. The IQ comes in, and now Never Diamonds are in a bit of a pinch. Cobra's on low HP, and it's all going to be down to Sam and Mike if it does come down to it. Cobra's in a bad spot because, of course, on blue, he's got a soft wall behind him, and he's got a Jackal above that big generator unit on the stairs right now. He's almost pinched, but the third angle is open for him to get away in. There we go. Sam's going to find one onto Helix. That's a huge kill. The IQ's down. And now with less than 35 seconds left on the clock, Battery Esports have to go for this play if they are able, if they want to salvage this round out. The C4 from the Goy will not be finding anyone, but Hulky's been down in the meanwhile. That is the Nomad almost at the board. He might just be revived, but shots are being fired all over the map as Battery Esports are trying to find a way to get in towards sight right now. There's a prone peek on Moto, and the Mira will not see that. That will be the kill, but Darklug is taken out by Cobra in the meanwhile and will be taken down. Yes, he will. Dash gets that kill. It's now all down to Mike on the SMG-11 with the smoke against the planter that is Dash and Flame Blame, as Hulky will probably be left to bleed out on the floor. Mike caught in a 1 versus 2 situation as Sam's C4 kill is finally going to be confirmed. And he's making some lines of sight for himself, but he's got a full HP Jackal and Hibana to go up against right now. Hibana's waiting behind the bar, and Mike doesn't even have any gas canisters to mask his appearance, unfortunately for him. And there we go. The crossfire from Battery Esports is there. Flame Blame and the Hibana will be there to take the final kill. And unfortunately, the smoke will not be pulling anything special out just yet. We're going to have one more round in this match as Battery Sports have managed to win round 8 and keep themselves alive on a Clubhouse. There we go. The confirmation comes in from Mike as Never Diamonds, of course, have had this situation before, a match that we refer back to quite a bit, which was Never Diamonds versus Vector Sports in Division 2 back in Season 1, I believe it was, which was 5-1 going into roll swap for the side of Never Diamonds. I believe it was a 5-2 comeback, actually, that Vector Sports managed to pull off. From 5-2 all the way to overtime and victory, that was a match for the ages for sure. And Vector Sports probably still remember that day very fondly, and Never Diamonds, they probably still get a few shivers when it comes to Clubhouse and a scoreline like 5-2 or 6-2, as Mojo pointed out right here. Second versus CCTV is going to be the site of choice. 6-2 being the scoreline on match point. Never Diamonds just need to win one more round. And I feel a little bit of deja vu right here. We've said these things a lot before. So, Foxy, I'm going to hand the mic over to you with this question. Do you feel like Never Diamonds could win right here, or will Bad Trip Esports manage to come back?
Well, I would definitely love to see Bad Trip Esports making that comeback happen. I mean, we all love an amazing comeback story, don't we? But the real question is here, Bad Trip Esports is essentially both of these teams that so direly need this victory is who needs it a little more than the other one. We know for a fact that Bad Trip Esports has, Never Diamonds have already lost their last match. That was against Union Gaming. That did happen on stream, so we all got to have a look at it. But here's what I'm trying to convey is the fact that Never Diamonds sit on the 6th spot, and Bad Trip Esports, formerly known as Sanisha Esports, sit on the 8th spot. These are essentially the second to last before that, and the last rankers for the season 3 and week 1 of this Division 1, mind you. That means both these teams need this victory as direly as the other one does. But Bad Trip Esports, I'm definitely sure they have once again proven me very, very correct in terms of how I like to, how do I say this, hold on, is the fact that the last time they had an advantage on Cafe, I could not remember. Oh, how can I forget? I was against Virtual 5 Esports. So they happened to go for a very unorthodox push, and something that it does not really have a good success rate. we'll be seeing Flame Blade being taken out by Sam, and Dash is going to refrag onto Mojo. And all right, looks like there's been a bug situation for Flame, so yeah, makes sense. Sam looks like he's found himself. If he found Sam, all right, he found Flame Blame on that spot there. Anyways, coming back to what I was trying to say, Sunny Asia Esports has had their fair share of doing things that are usually not viable. And that has been something that I did see them do on Cafe last time around against Virtual 5 Esports, and the infamous clip of the Jackal clutching against the Clash, and the Kaid came in as that. Yeah, that is the match I'm talking about. But once again today, they happened to surprise me equally well with not taking the maximum advantage of the side that they're playing on. They happened to go on the side of defense, and out of 6 rounds, they only played Church and Arsenal, 1 out of which they haven't won. Out of the 6 rounds, they won only 1 on defense, and out of the 5 rounds, in fact, that they were allowed to play, they did not decide to go on Church Arsenal any single time. They could have done that any moment now, but no. Sam, meanwhile, is going to get another frag. That's Helix down. That's the second frag for Sam. If he does find Flame Blade, he's going to find Helix as well. Sam looks like he's on his way to the killing spree that he's found himself on. Let's see if he can keep that up. 15 seconds left, and the push from side of the Battle Esports will happen. Now Sam is going to find a third. Sam does get shaken off by the Nomad shot, but there's another frag coming in. It's a cleanup for the side, and Never Diamond says it's a GG in the chat. And that is it. It's a Sam show indeed. We'll be seeing a superhero play come out from Sam indeed. That does award Never Diamonds with a 7-2 victory. And what a play that we've got to see from the side of Sun Asia, or now as we call them, Battle Esports. Some amazing plays that we've got. And Shulker is just advising all our fellow viewers and ourselves, I believe, to have some food, have our dinner. They made this match a little too quick for us, but thank you, Shulker. But I would love to see some great fights being put on. But that being said, that was it for today, guys. We had Never Diamonds face off against Union Gaming, and that match turned out to be 7-4 in the favor of Union Gaming. And the second match was Never Diamonds facing off against Battle Esports, or formerly known as Sun Asia Esports, and they won that match 7-2 on Clubhouse. A really good day indeed for Division 1. We'll be back tomorrow once again with more Division 1 action, and more than that, in fact, we'll be back a day after tomorrow as well on Monday with even more Division 1 action. That'll be it from me and Blackjack, as we'll be signing off for tonight. We'll see you guys tomorrow once again. Make sure you're subscribed, and make sure you're following the Esports Club on social media, Instagram and Facebook, so that you're notified on when these matches will go live. Come and watch your favorite teams play. Come and watch your favorite players play. Now, that being said, I will be finally signing off. Thank you. Have a good one. Stay safe. Make sure you wash your hands, and make sure you're here tomorrow to witness some Tier 1 action from the Seeds teams in the community.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.